G'day, kids. How are we? Just putting a quick little bit up here from our very kind friends over at Capes on the Couch, who did a nice little shout out to us for. So I'm just popping this up here so I can utilise the file. Okay, we'll be putting out a lovely episode a little bit later tonight, and hopefully you'll be able to listen to it tomorrow. All right, we'll catch you then. Bye bye.
Also, another podcast, while we're on the subject, I guess we'll start doing this at the beginning of every episode, giving little shout outs to other podcasts that we like, that we listen to. Considered and Conceited is an Australian film review podcast. They are very, very entertaining, hilarious to hear just the Aussie slang, because they are so authentically Aussie, that just the terms that they use, and they think that we are right crackers. Well, maybe me. More so than you.
Yeah, that has so many different meanings, which is very common with the Australian / British / American versions of English. I love
Yes, we're all separated by a common language.
Yeah.
Especially the English. Some of the headlines and things that I see out of newspapers, I'm convinced that the English may have created the language, but they no longer speak it.
It's interesting because the other theory is that we, as isolated Americans, since we left that region, we didn't develop, and they were speaking like this a long time ago, and they're the ones who have matured. So just another thought.
Well, as an American, I say that's wrong.
That sounds like something an American would say.
Hell yeah. So, Considered and Conceited, they are definitely a very entertaining podcast. And I guess in the scope of giving a recommendation, we encourage our listeners to give them a listen. They're a little free with the language, so just to be warned about that. But otherwise, a very entertaining show. You know, they gave us a shout out a couple of weeks ago, and we would certainly like to return the favor. So thank you very much. Give them a listen to. I don't know all of the platforms that you can find them on, but you can find us on Google Play, iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn, YouTube, iHeartRadio, and Spotify.